Months of planning had led up to this moment, including countless long nights of bribing guards and making the right contacts to get them the window they needed to complete the first step of their mission. "You sure that'll work?" Jack, the group's newest member, asked, looking around. Bert narrowed his eyes as he looked at Jack. "I know what you are thinking, but this is a plan the sinful lords approved of." "I know that, boss. It's just that this guy is meant to be really powerful, right?" "Jack, we have worked more than enough to clear the way. Hank and Clinton are causing a ruckus to distract the nearby guards. Sheila is, meanwhile, keeping the local captain happy with the wine. We have a clear path now." "I know, but you didn't answer my question." Bert let out a long sigh. "Yes, Jack, he is truly powerful. One of the most powerful mages currently calling the Holy Continent home. Apprenticed under the former sinful Lord of Gluttony before he turned traitor. But it won't matter." "Why not?" "We have been over this, Jack," Bert replied in a frustrated hiss. "He is incapable of channeling his mana externally without his staff. It is why we have gone out of our way to steal the blasted thing. Now, will you shut up? The maid is about to open the back door, and we can sneak through." Meekly nodding after Bert's admonishment, the pair made their way through the shadows of the alleyway leading to the local mage's tower. An imposing building that left all in its shadow during the day. Looking at the delivery door, they knew from the schedule that it would be open any minute now. With a long creak, the door slowly opened, and a woman carrying a basket with food to be donated made her way out. "Now!" Bert shouted, as he and Jack both rushed the unprepared woman, forcing her back into the building before the door could close. "Jack, check the detector," Bert ordered, as he held a hand over the struggling woman's mouth to muffle her attempts to call for help. Obeying the order, Jack took out a small device that looked like a pocket watch. Opening the front, a blue glow emanated from the device. "We're all clear. No wars were triggered." "Good. Now to you," Bert muttered, turning to face the terrified woman. "I can see from your pupils you are a werebeast of some kind. It is good for you the theocracy has been more accepting of your kind. So I will make you a deal. I will cast sleep on you, and you will sleep through what we are planning." In response, the woman began to thrash as fur began to form on her face. "Alternatively, I can just kill you. I'd rather not, but if needs must." A spark of terror shot from the woman's eyes as the forming fur receded. "Good choice. Lumus Rex." With a flick of his hand, a small magic circle of light formed on his hand, casting the sleeping spell upon the woman. Bert never liked it when the job required stuff like this. He was a thief, not an assassin. As the last of the consciousness faded from the woman, he gently lowered her to the floor. "Okay, phase 1 is done," Bert muttered. "Where to now, boss?" "Jack?" Bert began showing utter disbelief across his face. "We went over this, like a dozen times." "Oh, right, boss. I was just, testing you. Yeah, testing." "Sure." Bert wondered why they had even sent this man to join their group. Had it not been required by the ones paying them, they would have long ago abandoned the man. "We will make our way to the main hall. That's where the guy keeps his staff." "The magic stick. Gotcha," Jack said with a confident nod. Making their way through the building attached to the tower's base, they passed through a few doors and made it to the main hall at the base of the tower. Peeking through the door, the pair could see a Baroque staff floating in the middle of the room. "So, this is where I come in," Jack whispered with a grin, as he boldly walked out into the hall. Bert's eyes widened in surprise seeing this. Where are you going?" he hissed, as he failed to pull Jack back into the hiding spot. "Don't worry, boss. This is why I was a requirement for the job. I may not have a lot of smarts, but I do have this." Without a moment's hesitation, Jack reached out and took the staff in his hands. The tower immediately began to shake as he brought the staff down on his knee, snapping it in two. "Why did you do that?" "Boss, the job was to dispose of the staff. You thieves were just a way to get to the damn thing." "How very interesting." A voice that oozed eloquence said from above the pair. "I was under the impression that staves like mine could not be damaged by conventional means." Looking up, the pair could see the mage they had been hired to rob descending the stairs. The Archmagos of the Theocracy, a renowned apprentice of Lord Gutterain, said to be the closest to matching Lord Sloth, other than his former master. I must say, it is a unique experience to see what was thought impossible to be possible. Terror filling his heart, Bert began shuffling towards the front door. "We will be making our way out of here now." "Oh, but you came all this way. It would be a shame to see you both leave." No. We cannot impose on you any further," Bert insisted, as he took Jack by the scruff of his collar. "What you doing, boss? The guy's defenseless now. He can't cast magic without the magic stick." Bert didn't know why himself. Logically, he knew the man before him could no longer cast a spell. He knew they should be safe so long as he didn't call guards. But despite this logic, every cell in his being was screaming, "Run." "Come now, you should at the very least threaten to kill me. You've been doing it for decades, calling me a traitor for siding with the Holy Continent." "And you are one!" Jack barked. "Oh, you must be the Academy agent they attached on." Bert again tried to pull Jack towards the door. "Jack, let's go." "Nah, boss. Your job was to get me in here, and you did your job well. I, however, have an extra mission. Kill this human traitor and be done with him." "And here I am without my staff, both in the magical and service kinds. I would have offered you a cup of tea otherwise." Hearing this, Jack stopped trying to pull away from Bert. "You don't fear your death?" "No, I just don't fear you." Jack finally began to allow Bert to pull him towards the door. Something was very, very wrong. The man before them should be without power. He had been born mana projection deficient, yet here he was, if anything, too confident. You see, my master, lunatic that he is, taught me many things. Like, the most worthwhile moment to strike is when your enemy thinks their trap has sprung. "We gotta go, now!" Jack barked, as both he and Bert ran out the main doors of the tower. Only to turn around and see the mage standing in the doorway. "You see, you were right in a way. That thing you smashed was a magic stick. But there are more ways to make a staff than just with wood." As if to explain his meaning, he touched the doorframe. At that moment, the pair felt terror, which could not be described as they looked up at the tower, where runes and carvings were beginning to shine upon its surface. It was now that they realized their folly. The building itself would function as a staff. "I will be sure to drink a toast in your memory, gentlemen, for I shall show those undead monsters that gave up their humanity what a real human mage can accomplish."